Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to upgrade a power supply fan and also to paint it so it looks more aesthetically pleasing. As you can see here, there's a big hole in the top of this power supply. That's not a usual thing. Basically, there's a big hole and some extra holes in it because I'm installing this 80mm noise blocker silent fan on top of it, and it's got a fan grill on there as well. And as you can see, that I've got the wires ready to solder onto the board, which I'll show you in a second. This is the original older fan, which is only, I think, a 40mm fan, which isn't very powerful. And if I'm using my power supply to the max, which I will be in this build, I need a bit more of a powerful fan, and also it will keep it quieter. The back, where you can see I've took the little fan off, and then see that's the inside, and there is where the wires are going to be soldered onto these wires here. As you can see, it's not a very good circle for the fan. It's not a circle at all really. I just did this with a Dremel quite roughly, but I have all sanded it down. Basically when it's done it will look roughly something like this, but a bit better. I've sanded all on the top and the sides and the back of the case. This is because I am going to paint this. I'm going to paint this a nice matte black, so it will look better with the fan on, and also that's the whole theme of my case. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to prepare this for painting. So here it is, all masking taped and newspapered up so no paint can get onto the actual components. So there's some newspaper all stuffed down there, you can see under those gaps. And then as we go around the back, through where the old air vent, there's some newspaper there, so that nothing will get paint on that. Where the power plug plugs into, with masking tape that all up. As it's going to be black anyway, I haven't been, too much of a perfectionist with that, because it should just all blend in and you won't see that often. See all the holes are like blocked up as well. And then this is the weirdest thing, this here, which is hiding all the cables. Just rolled all the paper up, kept it close to the end there, just so, it wouldn't really matter if the cable's got a little bit of paint on, but it's better to avoid it. Don't really know how I'm going to take that all off, so it's quite tight around it. And so now it's just ready for painting. It's all sanded, masking taped off, so it shouldn't get paint on. And I'll show you the paint I'm going to use now. This is the primer that I'm going to use, just surface primer, a matte finish that comes out grey. It was fairly cheap from my local hardware store, B&Q, about £8. I don't know, that's like $10–12 or something. And it says on it, it's touch dry within an hour, and then actually properly dry within 24 hours. One thing they do recommend with paint like this is to warm the paint slightly beforehand, so just put it in a hot bucket of water and it makes the spray a bit more even. I'll show you once it's been sprayed and drying. See, I've now put the primer paint onto the power supply, and just, it's not perfect on all areas, but when I've done the black over the top it should look a lot better, and it's always good to put a primer on. As you can see, none has gotten any places that it shouldn't have, and it's quite a nice smooth coat. And to be honest, it's going to be inside the case anyway, so you're not going to see it in too much detail, so it's also good practice for when I paint the rest of the case. As you can see now, I've painted the power supply and it's come up quite well. I've also installed the fan and then got the wires coming here, and they just need soldering to the wires here. As you can see, it's all spray painted, and I feel that I've done quite a good job. So you can see here, the coat's quite smooth. I'll also show you some pictures I've taken of it. Next stage, soldering together and putting the final screws in. Now I have plugged the power supply into the motherboard with the 20 pin and the 4 pin over there and the power button. Let's go. As you can see, that fan is working. And most importantly, so is this fan, which is very quiet, and obviously at the moment this isn't pushing off a lot of heat or anything like that, but the fact that it's working, I'm just pleased that I've wired it all correctly and it's now all complete and looks quite good. It's all working. Woo, go me. Okay, bye for now guys. Check out new videos soon.